Alright, I'm back, and this time we're going to be talking about Kofi Kingston's WWE title reign. At WrestleMania, Kofi Kingston finally captured the WWE Championship. On the Raw after WrestleMania, the new Universal Champion Seth Rollins was in the ring. He was then interrupted by the new WWE Champion Kofi Kingston. He challenged Rollins to a title match for later that night. Rollins accepted and the match was set. That match never got going because the Bar interfered. Rollins then challenged the Bar to a tag team match. Rollins and Kofi ended up winning the match. On that week's SmackDown, the New Day held a championship celebration for Kofi. Kofi thanked the fans for their support for many years, and he also thanked Big E and Woods for having his back. The Bar interrupted and challenged the New Day to a six-man tag team match. They then revealed their partner to be Drew McIntyre. The New Day would emerge victorious. On the April 16th, 2019 episode of SmackDown, Kevin Owens became an honorary member of the New Day. This itself didn't last long, as on the April 23rd, 2019 episode of SmackDown, Kevin Owens turned on Kofi Kingston. He signaled his intentions and he told Kofi that he's coming for his title. Kofi tried fighting back, but Owens got the upper hand. As he was about to take out Kofi, Xavier Woods made the save. Owens then powerbombed Woods on the apron. A match was made at Money in the Bank. Kofi Kingston versus Kevin Owens for the WWE Championship. Kofi would attack Owens the following week. On the May 6th, 2019 episode of Raw, Kofi Kingston defended the WWE Championship against Daniel Bryan in a WrestleMania rematch. Kofi managed to retain the title by hitting the Trouble in Paradise for the victory. The night after saw Kofi defend the title against AJ Styles and Sami Zayn in a triple threat match. Kofi barely retained the title despite Kevin Owens' interference. On the final SmackDown before Money in the Bank, Owens and Zayn ambushed Kofi. Kofi fought back by hitting the Trouble in Paradise on Zayn to stand tall. Their match at Money in the Bank was decent. Owens hit the stunner, but Kofi grabbed the bottom rope. Owens attempted to hit a swanton, but Kofi got his knees up. Kofi capitalized by hitting the Trouble in Paradise to retain his title. Kofi had to watch his back because a certain beast won Money in the Bank. After Money in the Bank, Rollins and Kofi confronted Lesnar. They wanted to know who Lesnar was going to cash in on. Heyman informed both men that they aren't done for tonight and that he teased Lesnar cashing in the briefcase. Triple H then informed both men that they will compete in a tag team match against Baron Corbin and Bobby Lashley in a DQ match. Rollins and Kofi won the match, but Bobby Lashley laid out the champ. Then Lesnar came out and he teased cashing in the briefcase. After Kofi's match with Sami Zayn, Paul Heyman appeared on the stage and he teased cashing in the briefcase. Then all of a sudden Dolph Ziggler attacked Kofi. He then threw Kofi into the announce table, sending a message to the champ. He then grabbed the mic and he cut a promo. He said that he should have been WWE Champion, not Kofi. Ziggler during this promo was on the verge of tears. He mentioned how Kofi became a star, and he did. He said that at Super Showdown, he's going to beat Kofi for the WWE Championship because he has to. Ziggler said that when he becomes champion, the fans will admire and respect him. Now, Kofi wasn't really focused on Ziggler, he was more focused on Lesnar. He then called out Lesnar to cash in the briefcase. Seth Rollins came out and he also wanted an answer. Who was Lesnar going to cash in the briefcase on? Out he came, Boombox Brock. Once Lesnar entered the ring, he began dancing. This was simply one of Lesnar's most memorable moments. As for Seth, well, he decided to walk away. He was sick of the mind games. Once Lesnar left, Ziggler attacked Kofi once again. On the final SmackDown before Super Showdown, Ziggler and Kofi went face to face. Ziggler said that he has the utmost respect for Kofi, and that he did everything for the WWE Universe, but it wasn't good enough. Ziggler said at Super Showdown, it will be him. The WWE Champion responded to say that Ziggler's had a great career and how he beat him for the Intercontinental and United States Championship. And that at Super Showdown, it will never be Dolph. The match at Super Showdown wasn't that bad. Both men went back and forth. Ziggler was desperate to win the title. Kofi retained the title after Woods got involved. The reason Woods got involved was because Ziggler superkicked him during the match. The feud didn't end there and both men faced off in a steel cage match at Stomping Grounds. This match was better than the Super Showdown one. Ziggler was on the verge of escaping through the cage door, but Kofi dove through the cage door first to retain his title. So who was Kofi's next challenger? On the Raw after Stomping Grounds, Kofi Kingston's new challenger emerged. It was Samoa Joe. He slammed Kofi on the stage and he locked in the Coquina Clutch, putting the champ to sleep. A match was made for Extreme Rules. The following week, both men competed in a six-man tag team match. Joe got the win for his team after he locked Kofi in the Coquina Clutch. A sign what's to come at Extreme Rules. On the July 2nd, 2019 episode of SmackDown, both men went face to face. Kofi said that he's done everything on his own and how Samoa Joe has attacked him twice. Joe then asked Kofi to shake his hand. He didn't and instead flipped Joe. This pissed him off and Kofi hit Trouble in Paradise to stand tall. Their match at Extreme Rules was good in my opinion. Joe was vicious and aggressive and he had the title in his grasp. Kofi bounced back and he retained the title. Earlier on in the show, Xavier Woods and Big E captured the tag team title, so New Day was dripping in gold. After Extreme Rules, the New Day competed in a six-man tag team match. Randy Orton hit the RKO to give Kofi his first pinfall loss. On the July 23rd, 2019 episode of SmackDown, Kofi Kingston and Randy Orton went face to face. Kofi said that the issue between him and Orton began 10 years ago when Kofi was a rising star. He said that Orton used his influence to hold him down for many years. Orton admitted he did use his influence because Kofi wasn't ready then. He said the reason Kofi is only champ because he took out Ali. Kofi then challenged Orton to a title match at SummerSlam. Orton accepted the challenge. The last time these two feuded, Kofi was a rising star. Now he was on Orton's level. But before he could get to SummerSlam, Kofi had to defend his title against Samoa Joe and Dolph Ziggler in a triple threat match at Smackville. Kofi ended up winning the match and he was on his way to SummerSlam. Their match at SummerSlam was good in my opinion. Both men had a score to settle. Orton hit the RKO on Kofi but he rolled out of the ring. Orton then stared down Kofi's family. The match ended in a double countout. After the match, Kofi would continue to attack Orton. Kofi then hit Trouble in Paradise on the Viper. A rematch was set for Clash of Champions. After SummerSlam, Randy Orton aligned himself with the Revival to combat the New Day. Over the past few weeks, Randy Orton and the Revival would take out each member of the New Day going into Clash of Champions. Before Clash of Champions, Randy Orton and Kofi Kingston brawled. Orton got the upper hand but Kofi fought back. He then placed Orton on a table and he climbed the stands. He then had a flashback of 2009 and he boom dropped Orton through a table to stand tall. Xavier Woods and Big E lost the tag team titles to the Revival earlier on in the show. Later that night, Kofi retained the title against Orton and he was off to his next challenger. Since Kofi has beaten everyone that was put in front of him, it was time for his toughest challenge yet, Brock Lesnar. Paul Heyman issued a challenge. Brock Lesnar versus Kofi Kingston for the WWE Championship on the first episode of Friday Night SmackDown. Kofi accepted the challenge. Lesnar then hit the F5, sending a message to the champ. As for the match, it lasted under 10 seconds as Lesnar F5'd Kofi to become the new champion, ending Kofi's title reign at 180 days. And that's Kofi's title reign. I like this title reign because Kofi got to prove that he deserves to be in the main event scene. And plus, he deserves to hold the title because he's worked hard for so many years. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in my next video.